Hello, Betty Kroswick here. Today I want to talk about old and the values of old that are put on some things and not others. Um, Old coins, if they have been well preserved, they're rare, might bring a lot of money. Um, Old antiques, if it's same conditions, if they're good conditions and there weren't too many produced in that era, can be worth a lot of money. And other old things are not so valued. And I want to include humans within this. Now, in Canada, we're treated fairly well, certainly not like all of this, any of the real Scandinavian countries. They have some better programs than Canada has, but certainly better than the United States. I'm happy to live in Canada where we have the health care if needed, and while there may not be money for Old Baileys in our coffee, at least there is money for tea and toast and peanut butter on the toast. So I'm not complaining. However, I want to talk about the value of old among the young just a bit because they are in a world of their own. They don't relate to old people, certainly not in their 90s the way I am. We're considered way off the scale because we don't do much internet, and so we don't have anything valuable to add to their chats, and they consider us worthless antiques. Not worthless, I'm not saying that. Grandparents are dearly loved by their grandchildren in many, many households, most. But that's the way it is. Our opinions are not that valued because to them we are disconnected. We're certainly not the kingpins of women, for women, shall I say, queen pins? See, kids, I'm woke. I know political correctness talk. Anyway, I want to talk about other value systems, and that is why we have lost the vast majority of our old growth forests in British Columbia. These trees were depositories of not just their own evolution, but of the evolution of the earth. But it was because they were so old and they grew so tall and they grew so strong and wide and sturdy and straight that they were considered valuable by the earth, by the world's logging industry anyway. Therefore, they must be cut down because they would bring a lot of money on the market. And that's the history of what happened to our old growth forests. There are very little old growth forests left in British Columbia. I got involved with the logging company, and I mentioned I've been numerous times in prisons and holding cells and what have you, because I came to the conclusion after my first couple of court appearances that protesters in British Columbia would never get a fair trial, ever, because there are only two. You think when you go in that you will get a trial and you will be able to explain about the force. Ha ha ha, what a dreamer I was. And all of this, because that's not the way it works. The way it works, the judge gave that order. That's an injunction. They never refuse an injunction that is requested by a big company or a logging corporation, ever. It's automatic. They get it. But that injunction says that if you don't move, you will break a judge's order. When you are advised that you should get out of the way and you don't, when you get in trial, you are not going to be able to argue the rights of the forest, of the environment, all you will be arguing is, did you break that injunction? And it's a farce. They knew you broke it. They have uh, videos of you breaking it. So it's a farce. It's a racket. It was a racket from the beginning, and it will stay a racket until the courts stop giving out these injunctions. I'll explain to you how it was a racket from the very beginning and how it started, if you will listen next time. Thank you, Betty.